As you're working with clients, as you're building your business, there's sometimes you're going to happen up on clients or situations where you need some sort of solution. You might be having a disagreement. And what I want to share with you are 5 phrases that you should actually never be saying to clients if you wish to have your business well reviewed as well as get more clients through the door. Hi, I'm Jody Ann Rowe, founder of the Event Certificate, and I work with event planners and wedding planners to help them get more leads into their business. If you're struggling to get traffic and leads through the door to your website, just come on over and check me out, www.eventcertificate.com. I can help. Hop on a call with me and let's set something up. So I want to share with you 5 phrases that I've heard other people using that I highly recommend you keep out of your vocabulary when you're working with your client. First one is, it's not my fault. Oh, yes, I know. You might be having a disagreement with a client and maybe they're blaming you for something another vendor did. And yes, it's not your fault because guess what? You didn't do it. The other vendor did. I get that. But here's the thing. Saying it's not your fault literally just places this problem that your client is still having in this open space where there's no ownership and you haven't provided them with a solution. So how can you fix that? What can you say instead? What you can say is you can actually say something like, I understand. I'm not really the one responsible for that, but what I can do is maybe I can contact the vendor or I can look into it to see what solution they can provide to ensure that you get your money back, to ensure that we get the service that you had purchased. Whatever it is, we're going to resolve this, right? Something like that seems much better than saying to someone who is upset, they're disgruntled, that it's not your fault, but you can't offer any solution. And it's not about you, and they should take their problem somewhere else. The second phrase that you never want to use is saying to a client, you're wrong. Yes, I know. There are lots of instances where your client is probably wrong and you know best and you're correct, but here's the thing. When you say a statement like that, it immediately discredits their opinion and their feelings because it makes them feel like they don't know what it is that they're talking about or what it is that they're complaining about, and it just completely discredits everything they've brought to you. Here's what you can do instead to fix that situation. You can say, you know what? I think the situation might not go well this way, or I don't agree with the way that you've chosen to go about this. So here's what I can do. I think this alternative might work best, or I think this solution would go well. What do you think, right? Offer them options, explain that you might not agree with it and tell them why and show them alternatives. Don't immediately just say you're wrong, cut the conversation and walk away, because then that person just feels like everything that they've said to you is not valid and you're just not listening. The third phrase that you should never use with your clients is, I'll try. I know, this is a simple one, right? And of course, you're probably thinking, I say that all the time. What's wrong with that one? Well, here's the thing. If I've hired you as my wedding planner and I'm asking you to do something or asking if you can do something and your response to me is, I'll try, there's a certain lack of enthusiasm to that phrase. I just paid my money and hired you. I don't want to hear that you'll try. I want to know that something will be done eventually, that there's going to be some sort of solution at the end. So something you could say is, let me look into that and get back to you. It might not be possible, but I have a few options to explore. Or, it might be possible, but I have to speak to the vendor, the venue, someone before I can confirm, right? Let them know that you're actively looking for a solution, even if it might not work out. At least they know that hiring you, you're on the job. You're getting shit done, right? So they know that they made a good decision. Fourth statement to never say to your clients is, no offense, but. Okay, let's be honest. You shouldn't be saying this one, period, because here's what I found. I don't know about you, but even if it's not a client conversation, it's a personal conversation in your marriage, in your relationships, whatever it is, no matter what, every time I've heard that statement, no offense, but, it is always followed by something offensive. And here's the thing, you saying no offense before saying something offensive doesn't mean it will be less hurtful. it's still going to have an impact. It's still going to hurt the person. And all you've done is added a little statement like a precursor to their pain. Here's what you could say instead. Instead of saying no offense, but you could say, well, I've looked into it. I don't agree with this. Here's how I think we should move forward, right? Or you could say, I really don't appreciate how you've been speaking to our team members. Is there something that we can do to ensure that we can still work well together? Is it that I need to be the main person communicating with you, right? Have a dialogue with them to find out what the real issue is, as well as to let them know if there are any concerns. But never say something to your client that's gonna be offensive, but say before it, no offense, but. No matter what, you're gonna hurt the person. It's gonna cause even more problems, and the anger that they might have had coming to you is just gonna build, right? And you don't want that. You're trying to diffuse the situation. The last and final statement that I recommend not saying to clients, especially if you're in the middle of some kind of disagreement in the relationship or everything you've agreed to is not quite working out, is calm down. Now, this is one I have to agree. I feel like I've seen tons of memes around the internet about this, and I'm gonna pop one in for you. But it's one when someone is actually at the height of feeling angry and everything that they feel is out of their control, and you say to them, calm down. I find it tends to have the opposite effect. There's something about just saying calm down that doesn't help me to get calm if I'm already upset. What I'd prefer to hear is, Jody, I understand what you're saying or what you're trying to communicate to me. How can I help? Right? That alone, I find, can help me to just take it down a notch. So I want you to think about all of this. Think about your communications, your conversations with all your clients. Even if it's a client that you really didn't enjoy working with, that you're not enjoying working with, it doesn't mean that it's time to start getting rude or just start really discounting their feelings. So look at these statements, look at how you and your team are communicating, and definitely look at how you can improve that, because guess what? Client experience means that clients have a really, really good experience working with you if done well, and they'll keep referring you. And referrals over and over, because the client loves working with you, just bring more clients and better clients. So you want to keep that flowing. Why not? You're here to book clients and make money, right? Thanks so much for watching. If you have a comment, I want to hear it. So one of the things I find is that my clients always have the best stories about when they have a disagreement with a client or something that was said that they found they could have done differently. If you have any of those, share it below. Drop it below the video and let me hear it, because I want to get some stories. I want to share in your chuckles. And if you haven't already hit the subscribe button, be sure to do that right now so you can get more videos like this one.